His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Так. А это правда? А немало населенных бы хватило? А если это правда, Куна, это многое бы объясняло.
Fucking yeah. Kuno knows you don't want to face this right now. This dark shit. Kuno faces this shit every day. Makes Kuno's skin crawl. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Так, ладно, и скольких полицейских она убила?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Куна, как думаешь, могла ли она убить детей?
Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
Как думаешь, она причастна к смерти покойного?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
А где вы были?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Говоришь, она чокнутая?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho, cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Реально? Это как?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast.
На каком языке она говорит? Намакупи, фагари? Это что-то финское явно.
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
Какого народа?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered Cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
А там есть рыжие?
You mean evil little red-haired people like her? Yes, they do. The Suruese have that ginger gene.
Куна, а может она Суру?
Surois? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
Revelshot does have a small Suruese community. Or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
Так, она твоя сестра? Вы просто очень похожи, оба рыжие.
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in.
Прибилась?
Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
A shoe cupboard just off to the right. Have you been to this place?
Так, а в коридоре возле кладовки уборщицы?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Почему же она была мокрая?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
Говоришь, она как-то туда пробралась?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
А родители твои где?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Так, и как ты со всем этим живешь-то?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
Так. Тебе нужен кто-то на подхвате.
Listen, listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
Давай, по-моему, я не так
This is
сказал.
what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
Понял.
Alright. Now we can do business.
Дела?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Чего ты мне
Don't
там?
hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics, if you run a little errand for the Kuno, get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
Что за история?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on.
Ну,
Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's gotta throw his dirty popo man at it.
ладно,
Dirty
допустим.
popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
И кто твой отец?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
Кто знает, может быть. О каких объемах идет речь?
Like half
Половина от
a
чего?
baggie, but like in this vial.
That's half a gram, sir.
Полграмма?
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not?
М, Ладно, давай.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
Так, но не ради цветов, я хочу снова во имя справедливости. Так, мы соврем.
Sure. Confiscate it for Kuno, and you can have half.
So half of a half is a quarter, right? We're probably talking about a quarter gram here.
Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
Ну что вы нас подписываете, старший лейтенант? Так,
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
я убью отца Куна. Я плохой коп, и у меня... Так, Ким, очевидно, я не буду принимать ничего. Нам нужно забрать у них...
Okay then.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Оно и видно. Пошли, Ким, спасем молодежь Ревашоля от зависимости химической. Ну, смотрите, нам даже удалось разделить этот неразделимый дуэт. Что там было, что там было, что там было? Стреляться несет в этом картофельном погребу. Все ясно. Окей. Только вот опять бегать между загрузками, но, видимо, нас сейчас ожидает эпичный бой, практически этот Mortal Kombat. Совершим сальто мортали. Окей. Так, Ким, ты готов? Это будет архиэпично.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
Так, похоже, мы нашли.
And the place comes with 3 months worth of utility bills.
Так, инструмент должен быть в руках. Один момент. Вот.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe. It should be easy, but it's just an awkward angle. Fabric rustles.
Trouble with the chain, officer? Well, no, I guess not.
You can't stand for that. Come on, show him what you can really do.
Окей.
Snip.
Double
So
два.
much for that goddamn chain. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the door. You have bested the titanium minute.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
Да, фиг ты меня остановишь. Окей, попытка была не пыткой. Тихо, тихо. Так, есть кто буйный? Ну, кроме меня, естественно. Так. Там тело. Так, нужно домашнее задание, написано Куна Дерютерен. Прошлым годом. Ай, бестолочь.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw.
Летёха, я нашел на столе психоактивное вещество.
Good. Confiscate it.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room. You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world.
Все? Что это там такое? Ну, я понял, что это батя Куна. Так, обычные черные джинсы. Воняет чем-то кислым. Это воняет мужиком. А мы же не обязаны его будить, да? Убейте отца Куна, не обязательно. Дурак, что ли? Так. Бутылка. А мои штаны что дают? Дают электрохимию за счет скорости реакции. А эти дают самообладание. Давайте самообладание возьмем. Полностью черный. За исключением галстука бабочки. Пошли отсюда. Никого убивать не собираюсь. Хотят жить в говне, пускай живут. Дело-то житейское. Бегом. Пока никто ничего не нашел. Пропажу. Да, беда, конечно. Знатная. Здесь все вообще в жопе. И мы тоже в жопе. Если не найдем хоть кого-то, если мы не найдем эту Руби. Еще и подпись с бабки надо как-то выдавить. Ну, это вообще, я даже не представляю, как это надо делать. Куна. Я принес.
Kuno,
No.
alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back. That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way.
Так, ладно, справедливо. Оставив себе и сам все употреблю. Ладно.
Wow, that's heavy. There you go. More than half in there. Kuno's fucking honourable like that.
Все абсолютно неподвижно. Думает, как
There
бы
is
меня
no
туда.
movement on the lieutenant's face, as
Now tell me, how the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Непростая у тебя жизнь.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got plans.
Куна, я видел твоего отца.
Yeah? How are you still standing, pig? You sneak past him.
Так, мы прогулялись внутрь, а потом так же быстро вышли.
You got lucky. Kuno's dad was out getting more drink. Kuno knew that. That's why he sent you. Kuno cares about his pig. Doesn't want his pig to get hurt.
Так, там куча непрочных квитанций.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
you can guess.
Угу. Так, даже в таких условиях тебе нужно найти другое жилье. Где работу, плати их сам. Да, я угадаю, батя Куна на них поебать.
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink.
Может, найдешь работу?
Fuck that shit. Kuno's gonna move underground. Lead I am shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
Угу. А теперь был учебник, написанный твоим именем.
Yeah, so fucking what?
Там написано не Куно, а Куно.
Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
Man, it's a Kuno.
He's trying to fuck you again.
Fuck out of here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it. Kuno can change his name into anything. Gonna change my name into...
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
Ладно.
Yeah, pig. This shit is done. Now get the fuck out of Kuno's face. Kuno needs to drop the bomb. Kuno doesn't fuck...
Окей. Так, и ну что теперь? Можно отдельно поговорить с вот этим монстром?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Ты за забором.
You don't want to fuck with me.
You can still see the top of her hat.
Угу. Понятно. Так. Ну что ж, давайте попробуем спеть. Ох, 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 ох. Неплохо так. Можно было бы... Я вот все думаю... Электрохимия, может быть, раз она меня так любит докучать. Или, может быть, попробовать... скажу. Вкачать авторитет. Или логику на максимум пустить. Как я говорил, кто бы мог подумать, но, по-моему, риторика очень даже полезная штука, да. Все, у нас теперь целых 2 навыка есть полностью прокачанных. Ладно, пойдемте, заведем риторический разговор с Гартом. Может, он разрешит нам возместим ущерб. Вообще, как бы это не было печально, но история Куно, она вообще-то достаточно грустная. И на самом деле очень много людей, вот таких вот, как сам Куно и его батя. Таких людей просто до хрена. И это действительно печально. Так. Сколько народу понаползло. Так, я встретил на берегу вашего
Oh,
мужа.
goodness. How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now,
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
Так, вы не говорили мне, что видели Фазмида?
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Нет, почему же?
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Так, что где это произошло?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood. Betancourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
И что
The
случилось?
strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
И?
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left.
И вы прошли следом?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
А потом?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
Вы были на свидание?
Our first.
The sigh is tender. The sigh is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express.
У него были белые конечности?
Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them. on the inside like stalks of marble, if that makes sense.
Он был большим?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
What if it is the case?
Может, он померещился?
Of course. I've thought about it. But Morel says my report matches with the others. And I'm sure I hadn't heard of the Phasmid as a child. Nor had my mother or my grandmother. So how did I know what to imagine? It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager the boys would tell me, "Lee, you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian Phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here." They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
Kim?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Ладно, спасибо, что
You're
поделились.
welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
Ладно, у меня все. Гард, дружище, у меня такое дело.
Can I help you?
Гард, я нашел в танце новую птицу.
What is this thing?
Это еще что? Это пустяк, просто подумал, что рябчик будет тут хорошо смотреться, такой же я коп.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy.
Приличная чучелка, говоришь.
I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts. Especially taxidermy. He likes it.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
It's not actually about that. But he liked it.
Гард, но что насчет обратного? Я хочу спеть.
No, you don't.
Но
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
я сейчас закачу диско.
You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
Так, зачем тебе вообще громкая связь, если ей никто не пользуется?
It's for the... It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
Что было,
A
44?
lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
Так, она не бутафорская для клиентов, я знаю, что она работает. Здесь когда-нибудь играла в последний раз музыкальная группа?
It's not for bands, it's for clients. Some clients, okay? Not you.
Я полноценный клиент, я оплатил счета и имею право воспользоваться караоке.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
Да, но у меня-то есть своя.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. Or plug it.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Ой. Это будет убого. Ну, у меня есть хотя бы аудитория, которая будет меня слушать. Давай, Ким, смотри как надо.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
Не-не-не. Так,
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
так, 42 равные шансы. Подожди. Драма, говоришь, да? Эти драма. Выйти на сцену. Так, так, я еще раз. Стенка... Не мысли, нет, подожди. Драма, да?
The stage is... You feel...
So, are you
Ой.
ready for your thing now?
Драма, да? У меня есть галстук-бабочка. У меня есть еще одна драма. Какой он смешной. И у меня еще что-то, по-моему, для драмы было. Энциклопедия. Нет. Риторика, химия. Вот. Вот что это за мемный образ-то. Окей. Сколько? И, по-моему, никаких других штанов у меня нет. Но эти у меня, благо, ничего не отнимают вместе с сапогами. Перчатки. Ну, вот, все. Вот теперь я думаю... Я готов.
The stage... You feel...
So, are you ready for your thing now?
Ким,
Let me know when I should turn on the
гляди у
carrot.
меня.
I can see that.
Так. Осмотрим
The
зал.
bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse. They are going to hate you.
Тебя свистают. Придется губами к микрофону протестировать.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Ай. Так. Зря, наверное. У меня были лучшие шансы, если бы я всего этого не проверил.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Смотрите, какой первый парень на деревне сейчас будет
Someone
петь.
dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in San, though it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Окей, допустим.
Elysium applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Так. Я хотел посмотреть своему напарнику. Так, за что... Если РГМ, ради бога, не увольняйтесь. Так. Кому бы я ее хотел посмотреть? Курага! Все ради тебя.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away. He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Вырывай.
Last words?
Так, последнее слово. Еще белый разразится. Страны, объединяйтесь. Спасибо, Мартинес. Хоть это было бы и весело, но это было бы, мне кажется, рискованно. Хотя, возможно, этот Тит Харт и его компания бы оценили. Так, верните теперь мне мой рабочий вид. В чем это был-то, господи? По-моему, логика у меня была. А мундир. Да и все вроде. По-моему, да. Ну да, вроде бы. Все так и было изначально. Мне так кажется, вообще. Ну тебе понравилось, хоть скажи.
Yes?
Похоже, понравилось. Ладно. Так, определите, откуда сделал выстрел. Можете врубим. Нужен огромный морал, который его тщательно изучить. Это в этом. Так, проверить ловушки. Я ловушку не проверил. Фак. Она где была? Возле канала. Точно, точно. Ладно. Тогда возвращаемся. Мужики. Вы
Hi again,
слышали?
gendarme.
Так, ладно.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Жандармы. Жандармов не жалуют. Ну ладно. Я выплеснул на них свою горечь, свои эмоции. И это все, что важно. Что они об этом думают, это уже так, вторичное. Да, надо было все-таки сказать не спасибо Мартинесу, что пролетарии стран объединяйтесь. Я говорю, меня, скорее всего, там же и замочили бы. Так, нет, вставай. У нас есть ловушка, вот она. Да-да-да. Ну что ж, похоже, и тут пусто.
It takes you a moment. The reeds bend forlornly toward the water. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks sickly pale against the darkness. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow.
Это мои
And
завывания.
there, the trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No
Присмотрелся.
locust,
Саранчи, да нету.
no phasmid either, but still.
Смотрится повнимательнее.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others, like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Так. Это был фазмит, но все-таки... Так. Что если это был фазмит, вдруг он сожрал приманку и лизнул?
Right. Anyway, that's for the Cryptozoology.
A cold gust of air dried.
Ну да. А теперь-то что? Смотрите, ловушка. Последняя ловушка оказалась пустой. Даже здесь... А, фак! Вот это вот... Знал бы, сразу бы все сделал. Эй. Ладно. Бегом обратно. Тут мог подумать. Мне показалось, что что-то есть. Нет. Вот это. Можно было зайти к этому пломбарщику и извиниться за порушенную крышу, но... А пошел он назад. Продал он мою волыну кому-то. Эту волыну-то еще надо найти, по идее. Или мне уже не надо искать волыну? Нет, мне не надо искать волыну. Мне надо поставить подпись, и, возможно, за это Эврор даст мне мою волыну. До птицы мы дойдем однажды. Выстрел с края земли, с пирса и с острова. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не. То есть я могу телепортироваться теперь? О, ну слушайте, это же удобно. Окей. Полезно знать. Морел. Это дело есть. Так. Криптозоолог и криптофашист. Чувак.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife, go on.
Что ты хочешь? Озвучки, видимо, не будет. Странно, некоторые фразы озвучены, некоторые нет. Так.
Oh, sweetie, I
нет.
don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I
Так.
hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Рад служить.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more.
Окей. Так, мужик, но насчет ловушки-то.
Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then, what can I do for you?
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Так, вы знали, что Гэри спрятал броню?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. It's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Thanks.
He's still glad his friend stood up for him.
Угу. Так, я, в общем, я проверил
Good.
ловушки.
Okay. And
Одна из них была пустой.
completely empty?
Да, ловушки ничего не было.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Of course, more clever.
yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Так. Ух, ловок этот фазмид, да? Но наперед от вывода не хочется. Да, он очень ловок.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture, mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol is
Wow.
yours.
Француз.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it?
Оскорбил
The
Морелла?
lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
Техника очень высокие шансы, кстати говоря.
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
Я думаю, что он еще мог украсть малолетний хулиган по имени Кун.
A little hooligan. But what would a child want with bugs?
Съесть.
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
Толкуй-ка я с мелким троглодитом, ну лучше узнаю.
Delinquents, my favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Geary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of Sue's Reinty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
Давайте поговорим конкретно.
Right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what...
We would have to discuss. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena, or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Так. А доброй зеленой обезьяне, смотри.
I see you've been talking about cryptids with Lena. The kind green ape is one of her favourites.
A warm wave passes him. Of course, the kind green ape is her favorite.
We travelled to South Safra to look for it once. Gary and I got stuck in a rainstorm, though, and had to spend most of our time there in a little village. The search was fabulously unsuccessful, but the people were very nice. I'm glad they didn't understand what Gary was saying about them.
He's a good and loyal man, despite his ramblings. The elderly cryptozoologist thinks to him. Their relationship transcends Gary's politics. It must to work. Plus, a guy like Morel knows a thing or two about being on the fringes himself, though his fringes are different.
Так, самый опасный жромский гном.
Formerly the most dangerous, yes. But do you know the most dangerous living cryptid?
Из ныне живущих
The
нет.
most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous ruminant, known colloquially as the dread moose.
Страхолось.
Yes, the dread moose subsists entirely on flesh. It has even been known to dig up fresh graves in search of sustenance.
Подождите, он и на людей нападает?
Human remains have been found deep in the forest, torn apart, then trampled into the mulch by large hooves. Infer from that what you will.
Ладно, и как он выглядит?
Just like an ordinary Arden moose.
Так как отличить страхолосья от обычного?
You can't. That's what makes it so dreadful and hard to identify.
A moose that looks like any other moose. What's going on here? He's kidding, right?
Есть у меня сомнения по поводу
The
страхолосья.
bodies found in the forest are just one piece of physical evidence. There's more.
Какие?
The recent surge in the moose population has hidden carnivores. The dread moose are effectively removing competition for both themselves and their evolutionary cousins.
Так, начнем скрывать свою хищную природу. И как это относится хищные с обычными? Так, если показания. Зачем ему скрывать?
Moose are already being hunted for sport. Can you imagine what would happen if they came to be viewed as predators?
И как они соотносятся с обычными?
The carnivorous moose are a very young species, the result of a genetic mutation that fared well in the process of natural selection. It makes sense that such a majestic animal with natural weapons, antlers, would come to rule the forest. The only strange thing is that it took so long.
Так, если показания.
One slaughterhouse at the outskirts of the woods in Vasa reported that its staff kept seeing moose in the distance. The moose would just stare at the building, as though they were waiting for something. Its eyes bloodshot and full of cruelty.
Правда
And
подозрительно.
that's not all. Some of the slaughterhouse apprentices went hiking by a nearby creek and saw a moose nibbling on an unidentified carcass.
This isn't something unique. Various species of deer have been known to scavenge when plant food is...
Anyway, there is more than enough evidence to justify a thorough search for the dread moose. Let's close the subject. Before it...
Here is a man who has had more than his fair share of heated arguments, and would, surprising as it may seem, prefer not to have any more.
Я знаю, какой самый большой. Кукунурский великан.
That's impressive, I guess. But have you seen it with your own eyes?
Нет.
Of course you haven't.
А вы?
I haven't had a chance to travel to Coco North. No. and I likely never will. The Samaskill desert region has been embroiled in a small civil war for the last 8 years. I fear this mindless barbarism may have wiped out the elusive creature entirely. Sightings of towering luminosities have grown rare recently, while they once used to be constant.
Yes, sightings of mirages are constant. A mirage is a constant phenomenon that people have no time to report when a war is going on. It remains unclear what this has got to do with you seeing it, as he was inquiring before. He was just being defensive.
Ну, тогда хватит сказать.
By all means.
Такс. А что насчет того сотоварища, который сейчас свалит?
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Да что ты мне говоришь, что?
I mean, officers.
Так, понятно. Хрен с тобой. Раз ничего нового от тебя я узнать не могу, то, в общем-то, пошел-ка ты взад. Скажите, почему ловушка на самом деле оказалась пустой? Местные детишки могут что-нибудь знать. Спросите Куна в пустой ловушке, затем осмотрите двор. Куна, да, опять? Ну, я вроде с ним кое-как с горем пополам наладил отношения. Ну, не знаю, сейчас посмотрим. Представьте эту картину маслом. Сейчас прихожу к Куну. Саранча. Или это могли быть те дети, которые там в деревне рыбаков сидели. Здорово еще раз, упыреныш.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Ты же не видел саранчи?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Тебя стали.
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Так, смотрите, никто тут не отстойный, просто объясняйтесь.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? AKA, the City of Rage.
Куна, это не связано с городом ярости?
Oh god, Kuno, no! It's gonna happen now. They're gonna make you lame.
Stop it, see. No one's gonna make anyone lame. Kuno's got this under control.
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's shack, the one with the pig's head.
Kuno doesn't...
Это мы поняли. Шарашка Куна? Это можно заглянуть. Что такое? То есть снег? Ага. Странный звук. Ну почему же? Ну и что? Что-то жужжит. Тихо саранчой.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
Омерзительно.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case
Очень смешно.
of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Да, именно так я и подумал.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
Думаешь, австралийский возьмит где-то...
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
Да, у тебя, насколько я понял из разговора, очень богатый опыт разработок с такими вот, как Куна. Так, шкет. Ну-ка на пару слов еще раз. Я знаю, что это ты спросончил.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
Ты говоришь, что тебе... Так, Я надеялся, что саранчу съел тростниковый палочник, и не
Yeah, well, Kuno's all you got, bitch.
досталось тебе только Куна. Видишь, типа ебать на насекомых, а потом строишь для них целый город.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the night city he mentioned when you asked him where he's been.
То есть там Найт-Сити.
Yeah, Locust City. City of rage. City of lights.
The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
Так, город ярости звучит круто.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno Kuno.
Так, это здорово, Куна, создавать искусство это круто.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window.
Так, а это, дорогая, зависит от твоего поведения. Мы с Куной обсуждали, я обещал, что не буду тебя
I
арестовывать.
don't believe you.
For once,
Ну, не верь.
the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across. You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
Куна, прекрати воровать саранчу из ловушек. Криптозоология ищет нечто очень важное. Саранча-приманка.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
Не могу не спросить, что означает таград
It don't
саранчевый?
mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck, pig. You really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
А в саранчу это что станет?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Ну и ладно.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
Австралийского фазмида.
Huh.
Хе.
He recognizes the name.
Эдди, ты знаешь про него?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Ладно, хорошо. И что мне теперь делать? Доложить Мореллу? Так, то дело пропавших насекомых, что больше не будет. Сообщите Криптозу, что вам удалось узнать. Хорошо. Так, это наркоманы. Как бы это смешно не сделано, но да. Ладно, еще пара загрузок. Почему бы нет?